This episode is dedicated to a woman who inspired us all. You may know her from her musical accomplishments, including selling more than 100 million records worldwide. She wrote over 3,000 songs, including hits like Jolene, Coat of Many Colors, and I Will Always Love You. She earned 25 #1 singles on the Billboard country charts, and she achieved 44 career top 10 country albums. However, it's her work off stage that has touched all of our lives. Even though she never had any children, she founded the Imagination Library, which has gifted over 150 million books to children. Many people's first books were from this remarkable lady. However, that's not all. She spent millions of dollars and hours of her time to medical research, disaster relief, and humanitarian efforts that helped friends and neighbors across the globe. In her own words, she describes how to live as a woman. If your actions create a legacy that inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, then you are an excellent leader. She taught all of us to find out who you are and do it with purpose. Thank you, Dolly Parton.
Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of Not Your Dudes podcast. I'm Amy, your not so classy mom, and I am with my bestie.
Hey, Mel, Betty Boop IRL.
And then today we have an exciting episode.
I'm really excited about it, actually.
I'm proud of it.
I know, I am too. So we're going to be talking about the independence era. So it's a time, I think we're in a very unique time in history for women being able to be independent, and so let's kind of dive into that. Okay. I'm excited. Do you want to start or do you want me to start?
Go right ahead.
All right. So what's something that you're kind of surprised about that women can do today when you consider the history of what women were allowed to do previously?
Okay. So for decades and even centuries, like things have changed for women. Women have been able to come on into like different roles and it's accepted. It's slowly being accepted. And so what surprises me today is, of course, in 1974, women were able to get their own bank accounts without having a cosigner. Okay. And with that being said, now in the unmarried, I guess, homeowners demographic, women own more homes, single women, than men.
That is a pretty crazy statistic.
It is.
Yeah. So I think that's incredible. Yeah. And I think, just when we think about equality for women, I agree with you. I think there have been points in history where that has been more true, never more true than it is today. Yes. And so I don't know that we're all the way there yet, but I am grateful for the things that we have now. So speaking of being grateful, what is something that you are grateful that women have the ability to do now?
I think one of the women that I look up to, it's Rosie the Riveter. So during World War II, when the men, and even some women were, fighting, for, the army or what branch and whatnot, that it was up to women to go into factories and to do the same things that men were doing. And I think that was, I won't say a turning point, but it showed that, like, yes, we can.
Yes, we can. Yeah.
We can do it. And
I love that. I think that's so true. I think, like, the idea of women doing a job like that, it was revolutionary.
It was.
But also very needed at the time. So it was a need and also an opportunity to say,
and women stepped up and did it.
Yeah, we did.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what opportunities do you think women have access to now?
I would want to say, like, now with everything evolving, like, women have access to better jobs, to basically to get, if they want it, you can get it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of like back to the whole Rosie the Riveter thing. Like, you want it, you get it. Like, stepping up.
Yeah, I totally agree. I actually, for my own personal life, I think that's so true.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the difference of like the equality in jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I don't think we're 100% there yet.
Yes.
But I do think it's so nice to say, like, for me to be able to be financially independent, I have to be able to go out and get one of those good jobs. And I have been very fortunate to be able to do that, where, I think even our mothers, I don't know that would have been true for our mothers.
Yeah.
And
I think, me being from, like, my mom was a go-getter. She was the type, like, if you tell her she couldn't do it, she would go do it.
I love that.
She became a truck driver. That's a very male-dominant field. And that was her dream job, was to be a truck driver. And she did it. And she could outdo the men.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome.
I love that so much.
And of course, like, when I became a first responder, like an EMT, and then I was pretty much told, well, no, you can't become a firefighter. Well, you being a woman, and like, watch me. And I did.
That is the danger there.
Yeah.
Is tell a woman she can't. Oh, yes, we can.
Oh, yes, we can.
Tell me I can. You're going to see.
Yes. So what do you think, like, it's something different with, like, your grandmother's generation than they experienced differently from, like, today?
So I think you made a really good point about 1974. Like, prior to that, you had to have a male cosigner to even have a bank account.
Mm-hmm.
That means that you couldn't have a credit card. That means applying for a home loan. Yeah. So it very much was, in order to survive, you had to be married or you had to be living at your father's house. Like, that really was the only way you were going to make it. And so I think that mentality, to me, now I have my own job. I own my own home. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that is vastly different in just 2 generations. I mean, in like a little more than 50 years. That's incredible.
It is incredible. And me, like, having, like, my own money and my own thing, it's empowering. Like, I don't have to rely on somebody.
Yeah, I love that.
Like our grandparents did, like grandmothers did.
Yeah, you're right.
So do you think we fully reached equality for women?
I don't. I think there's still, like, some disparity in wages. I think there's still some areas where even though women can be in the military or be first responders, I think there are some jobs where people look at it like, oh, a woman should not be doing this job. And we have come a long way, folks. I'm not saying we haven't, but do I think we're 100% there yet? No, I don't. I think it's always going to be a little bit of work in progress and really to change the mentality, right?
Yeah, of course.
What about you?
So I think when I was going through school, becoming a firefighter, like, and I was waiting on tables, and men would be like, well, how are you going to carry somebody that's 300 pounds? And I would just look at them, well, you couldn't do it.
Sorry, that was funny.
I'll be like, you couldn't do it.
Yeah.
And what they don't realize is that, like, there's adrenaline, there's techniques to do it, like a training, because you don't want to mess up your back or anything, or you also become a casualty. So that's the importance of training. And with that being said, I think with women, like we said, yes, we can do it. And going on about those type of jobs, even now, like recently, I don't even know the exact year, but women can do combat roles in the military. Whereas you were not allowed being, in the combat MOS or any of that. But now they can't. Now they can be a ranger. They can do all of that.
I know. It's awesome.
So how has independence changed most women's lives?
I think independence the ability to have, and I really like, I know I've gone back to this before, but the ability to have a bank account, to have, go out and get those higher paying jobs. I think it's given us the option to choose.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Like, we have way more ability to choose the kind of life that we live. Like, it used to be, you get married, you have kids, you take care of the house. Like, we actually have way more choices now than we ever did before. And way more choices on what we're going to put up with and what we will not.
Exactly. And I do think, women can choose now if they want to stay home or not.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
I agree. Okay, so that, I think that kind of leads into the next question I have about traditional roles. So when you were a kid, what were the traditional roles that women had at that time?
So I believe it was still, mom stayed at home, helped around, the house, taught us kids how to cook, clean, all of that. Granted, my mom did work part-time. However, my dad was the breadwinner, and he brought in the majority of the finances. But that's, in a way, I think that's because we kind of learned from our parents.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Because that's the example we have. That makes total sense.
Yes. And then, so with that, like, of course, after a while, like, my mom did go out and do her own thing. Like, she gained her independence.
Yeah.
Divorce will do that.
Forced independence. But I think you're right. I actually had a similar situation. So my dad was definitely the breadwinner. He left early. He came home around 6, like sometimes a little bit later. My mom did work part-time as well when we were growing up, but she was always there to get us on the bus. She was always there when we got off the bus.
And see, my mom was a school bus driver. So one of the reasons why she did that was because it was
fit the schedule. Yeah, that makes sense. But that makes sense. So I think there was like, but I think when my mom was growing up, it was very much the women do not work. So even there, like that generation, there was a little bit of a shift, right? Okay, so what at that time for kids then? We kind of already touched on it, but traditionally men's roles were go out, be the breadwinner. You have to be the one that's working hard, like. So you didn't see dad as much?
No, like my dad was a workaholic. Like, he was pretty much never home.
Well, kids are expensive.
They are. So there was 4 of us girls, so
oh yes, well
they should have bought stock in P&G. I'm just saying.
9 to 5 has the critics raving on Overtime.
Bingo.
The comedy hit of the season, says CBS Radio.
I'm no fool. I killed the boss. You think they're not going to fire me for a thing like that?
Playboy magazine calls it the liveliest office party of the year. And the New York Daily News says Jane Fonda, Lily Tomlin, and Dolly Parton make a terrific team. 9 to 5 from 20th Century Fox, rated PG.
Movie of the Week is sponsored by Movietrailerads and Horror Pop after midnight.
Okay, guys, we're back. So we're picking it back up where we were talking about traditional roles. Okay, so do you feel like these roles are outdated?
I do.
Okay.
I do feel like that because now, especially with the economy, that throw that in there too. Most families, like, both parents are working.
You mean you don't got $5 for 12 eggs? Can we just talk about groceries for a minute?
Like, I know.
You almost have to. I think they are outdated, but also some of that is necessary.
It is.
Because even just groceries alone are putting gas in your car.
Or your Duke Energy bill.
Right? Oof. So
Don't
expensive.
get me started on that.
Life is expensive, and we almost have to now.
Yes.
But even if it wasn't necessary, I actually agree. I think they are outdated because as much as I am so for the independence of women and how that has been so instrumental in my own life, I actually think those roles shouldn't be reserved for just men or just women. I have known plenty of men who are phenomenal cooks.
Yes.
And I would much rather have them make me a meal than me try and make one. So,
and here's
I'm just saying, like, the traditional roles that why should we just sequester ourselves to just one thing?
And what I was going to say, here's the thing, like, now, like, my kids, my sons, I've taught them to cook. I've taught them to clean because Those are life skills.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And like my oldest, he loves to cook.
Hallelujah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He doesn't do it often, but because he's so busy, but yeah, he loves to cook. Yeah.
All right. We'll take it.
Okay. So is there a difference between choosing a role and then being expected to fulfill it?
I think there is. I think it's much different when, I guess the stubborn in me is like, you will not tell me what to do.
Right?
But then I will go and do it myself. It has to be my choice. It has to be my choice. I think there's so much of a different environment than someone saying, you must do this because I expect it of you.
Yes.
Versus someone saying, I see that you are really good at this. How can I help you grow in this? How can I support? That's support versus command is so different. How do you feel about it?
No, I agree. Like, if I do a role, I want to do it. And there's been times, I stayed at home because I chose to.
Right.
And it was, that was my role because I chose it. It wasn't just expected of me. And here we are. Like, now I'm choosing to do this.
Mm-hmm.
It's not granted, it is expected of me to, make money and all that and pay my bills.
Sure.
I'm not being demanded into doing something I don't want to do.
Hi, everybody. This is Dolly. Before he passed away, my daddy told me that the Imagination Library probably was the most important thing I'd ever done. Now, I can't tell you how much that meant to me because I created the Imagination Library as a tribute to my daddy. He was the smartest man I've ever known, but I knew in my heart his inability to read probably kept him from seeing all his dreams come true. Inspiring kids to love to read became my mission. In the beginning, my hope was simply to inspire the children in my home county. But here we are today with a worldwide program that gives a book a month to over 1 million children. Of course, I have not done this alone. The real heroes of our story was the thousands of local organizations who have embraced my dream and made it their own. They raise millions of dollars each year and wake up every day with a passion to make sure that their kids have every opportunity to succeed. It's been quite a journey, but we have so much more left to do. Now, I'd love for your community to join our family, so please take the time to explore our website. Let's share this dream that all children should grow up in a home full of books. The first step is always the hardest, but you will never know unless you try.
Do you think men can enjoy things traditionally considered women's roles?
I do. I actually really do. And I think, I don't know. And I think the divide of that being acceptable, I think the mentality on that is really changing. And okay, so have you guys ever seen that Mr. Clean commercial where like it's muscly Mr. Clean and he's mopping the floor and the woman's like drooling? Y'all, that is actually true. That's actually true. Girls find it extremely attractive when you sweep the floor so we don't have to.
Yes, or the dishes.
Right. So I'm just saying, like, yes, I feel like the boundaries for that are kind of torn down a little bit. What do you think?
I think so. I have to agree. Like, most people think like sewing. They think, oh, women sew. But there's men out there that enjoy sewing.
Yes.
That are not gay. Like,
Exactly.
So, and then even though you got your seamstress and tailors, a lot of them were like, especially your tailors were men. However, some men now sew because they want to. And it's a life skill to learn, like being able to do basic sewing.
Gosh. Yeah. Putting a button back on. Come on, y'all.
Yeah, you can do it.
I'm not going to darn a hole in my sock, though. They're cheap. I'm just buying new ones.
Right. It's back to school.
Right.
Wait for back to school sales. That's when you get your socks the cheapest.
Agreed.
So what do you think a healthy partnership looks like today?
I think I've been in some very unhealthy partnerships.
Yeah.
And I have been in a couple of really healthy partnerships. And I think the people closest to me, the good partnership is the one where they see something good in you and they really encourage you to grow that.
Yeah.
And they're there to pick you up when you stumble a little bit and, like push you on your way. Like wings to soar, but an anchor
Yes.
to keep you grounded. Like that I think is the definition of what a good partnership should be and what I would like to be for somebody.
Yeah.
What about you?
So I think now it seems like, especially with both people working, like everybody is pitching in around the house.
Yeah.
Whereas, it was everybody, you were expected, men were mowing the grass, women were, cleaning inside. Oh, I do too. That's a great calorie burner. I don't have
That's
grass
how we can
to mow,
eat ice cream, y'all.
Yeah. So I do think it's important, like, you help each other out in that aspect. Like, don't expect the other person. And it goes, with both the genders. Like, you can't expect them to do, that's their role. Like, you have to help. Like, you have to, give that, I guess, I don't want to say stability, but encouragement, like you said.
Yeah.
And it gets better. Like, when you're both working together to get something done, you get it done faster, and there's like that bond. You're working together.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. And I think it's actually like a really good skill to see like how well you will do with somebody else. Do a project together.
Yeah, have them
work
breathe on you.
I mean, but seriously, like do a project together. You find out real fast how well they are at taking questions. Like you find out real fast. And I think it really is like a good indicator of can you work well together? And that will make a difference on little and big things.
Yeah,
You're 100% right. Okay, so what does independence mean to you specifically?
For me, it means to being able to have like my own stuff, if that makes sense. Like my own apartment, my own car, and it's all mine. I don't have to share it with somebody else, which eventually maybe I can. Eventually, however, like for right now, that's what's important to me. I have my own like place.
Yeah, I agree.
What about you?
I think for me, it means I have the ability to choose without getting like too into the weeds. I didn't always have a choice.
Yeah, no.
I didn't always have a choice. And I was told, that it was too stressful and I wasn't able to manage my own money. And I remember like getting out on my own, like literally determining I'm going to spend some time being single and figure out, can I do this or were they right?
Yeah.
Turns out
They were wrong.
Right, turns out. But I think that means independence for me is I have the ability to make choices. And sometimes the choices are wrong. Sometimes not every choice that I make is right. But it was my choice to make. And so you learn from the mistakes and you celebrate the wins. Okay, so is being self-sufficient empowering or exhausting?
Yes. Both.
I agree with that.
Yes.
100%.
Yes.
Okay, but why for you?
It is very empowering being able to do the things that I can for myself and that I have done. But it can be exhausting, being the only person doing everything as a single mom. Like, even though my kids help out cleaning and some of that stuff, it gets exhausting.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I agree with you. I think it is empowering, but it's 100% exhausting because, like, especially being single, like, ain't nobody else doing these things.
No,
you doing these things, or you calling a friend for another favor. You know what I'm saying? So it is empowering and it does feel good. But my goodness, by the end of the day, we just want a little wine.
Yeah, exactly.
A fun podcast to listen to. Yes.
Or even just go to sleep.
Oh my gosh. Like, how good are naps now? When we have time.
Right.
Like, how good are naps? Okay, so do you think because of the independence movement, do you feel like women today are expected to do it all?
Oh, yeah.
Like the traditional roles still apply and...
Yes. And on I've been on several groups on Facebook and in other things like on social media where there's women out there, they're married, and even though they're working full time, their partner expects them to keep up the house too. And that is not feasible at all.
No, it is not.
No.
No.
And if you're going to do that, you might as well be single.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, I think it is that, but I also think some of it is expectations on ourselves. So I do think, I agree with you. I think that is an expectation that others put on women, but I think we have that expectation ourselves. Look, I love Instagram.
Yes.
But I see these Martha Stewart women decorating their homes for the holidays. Like every holiday, there's new decorations, and I'm like,
how?
I feel exhausted just looking at that, but also I feel like, but wait, should I be doing that? Am I a good enough woman? So it's not just, there are absolutely external pressures, but I don't want to say one side without putting on the other. Like some of that pressure I put on myself, legitimately.
No, if you could do that, you do you, boo. We're proud of you.
I cannot do that. But like I do, and maybe that's not you. Maybe you don't put the pressure on yourself, but I do. I feel like I have to be the woman that does everything. And I mean, that's something that I'm trying to work on for myself. To be better at that. But I do feel like there's external pressure, but I also have that internal pressure for myself. If I'm like, that is something we want to be on this podcast, is we want to be real, right? And that is a really real moment about myself that, yes, external, but also some of that I put on myself.
See, for me, in a way, like I have ADHD. And then in my mind, like I put on to myself that I could get everything done, all of it. And then when I do that, or it gets exhausting. Like when you try to put so much on yourself, it does get exhausting.
If you are a small business and would like to advertise on Not Your Dudes podcast, contact Movie Trailer Ads today. Be seen, be heard. Movietrailerads.com.
Hey guys, we're back.
Yay.
Okay, so we've got a super fun game.
Yay.
All right, and we want you guys to play with us. All right, so we are going to find out who is the badass bitch.
Okay.
All right, so rules.
What are the rules?
There got to be rules. All right, so we both have a list of things. We're going to see if we can do these things. So our producer's going to take score. There's like a dinky prize for whoever wins. But if you can do this thing, you raise your hand. Okay. If you cannot do the thing, do not raise your hand.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to go down my list first. You ready? Okay.
All right.
Can you sorry. My bad. Can you change a tire?
Yes.
Raise your hand.
Oh.
Rules, Amy. All right. Can you check your oil? Okay. 2-2. Can you assemble IKEA furniture and not get angry?
Who does not get angry?
No one can do that task. Like the instructions are terrible. Okay, so can you cook a full meal from scratch? Okay. Can you fix a leaky faucet? Oh no, I'm a point down, you guys. Can you negotiate a car purchase? Can you ask for a raise at work? Dang it, I'm down. All right, those are mine. So now it's your turn. Okay.
So can you make a major financial decision? Kind of have to.
Girl, that's all I've been doing.
Can you buy a house? Not in this market, but yeah. Can you hang a TV on the wall?
No, I can't. That is a 2-man job. Or a 2-female job. It's a 2-person job.
Yeah.
2-person job.
It definitely is. So can you build something with power tools?
Okay, can I just say how cool we are? Girl, we so cool.
Can you plan a vacation? Who can't?
Oh, actually, I have to put my hand down for this one.
Why?
I have been unsuccessful in planning vacations in the past.
Oh.
Like I planned a weekend getaway for my ex-husband and did not book a hotel. It's real bad. So I have to put my hand down for that. I feel like I'm better now, but I can legitimately.
Okay. So can you handle being alone for long periods of time?
I am getting better at that. That didn't always used to be true.
Same. Can you defend yourself in a hard conversation?
I feel like I can.
Yeah.
Also, I did not used to be good at that.
All right. So who is the winner?
Oh, I think we know it's Amy. I think we know it's Amy. She the badass bitch.
So are you.
All right. Well, tape measure for your prize, and I got your 12 inches right here for you.
Oh, thank you. Yay. I'm the
Awesome.
winner.
All right, so what was your score? There were 12 points available to you.
Yes.
Let us know what your score was, and if you have a funny story of something that you cannot do.
Let us know.
Yeah, we want to know about it. All right, thanks for watching, guys.
Bye.
Bye.